Can a deeper understanding of your own sexuality lead to greater self-acceptance, improved relationships, and a more fulfilling sex life? The book is divided into Understanding Sexual Desire, the Emotional Component, and Practical Applications. In Understanding Sexual Desire, Dr. Nagoski explains the science behind sexual desire and how it works in the human body. She also discusses the differences between male and female desire and how social and cultural factors influence them. In The Emotional Component, she explores the role of emotions in sexual desire and how they can either enhance or inhibit it. In Practical Applications, she provides practical advice on how to improve sexual desire and satisfaction in relationships. Emily Nagoski is a sex educator, researcher, and author of the New York Times bestseller, Come As You Are, the surprising new science that will transform your sex life. She has a PhD in health behavior with a concentration in human sexuality from Indiana University, where she worked as a professor for over a decade. Nagoski's work focuses on the intersection of science and sexuality, and she has become a leading voice in sex education. She has given numerous talks and workshops on the topic, and her writing has been featured in publications such as The Washington Post, The Guardian, and The Atlantic. In addition to her work as an educator and researcher, Nagoski is a certified sex educator and a member of the American Association of Sexuality Educators, Counselors, and Therapists, AASECT. She has worked with many clients, including individuals, couples, and groups, to help them improve their sexual health and well-being. Nagoski's background as a researcher, educator, and sex therapist has given her a unique perspective on the science of sexuality and how it can be used to improve people's lives. Her work has helped break down many myths and misconceptions surrounding sexuality and has provided a valuable resource for anyone looking to improve their sexual health and well-being. Come As You Are presents a new perspective on sex and desire that challenges the traditional male-centric narrative. The book is based on the latest research on women's sexuality and health, and it aims to help women understand their bodies and desires better. The book is divided into 3 parts. The first part focuses on the science of sex and desire. It explains how the brain and the body work together to create sexual desire, and it debunks some of the myths and misconceptions about female sexuality. The second part of the book is about the context of sex. It explores the social, cultural, and personal factors that affect women's sexual experiences. The book's third part is about the strategies for optimizing sexual experiences. It provides practical advice and exercises for women to improve their sexual health and well-being. Come As You Are is a comprehensive and informative guide to female sexuality. It is written in an engaging and accessible style, and it is based on the latest scientific research. The book suits women of all ages and backgrounds who want to understand their bodies and desires better. Understanding Sexual Desire. Sexual desire is a complex and multifaceted phenomenon that researchers have studied for decades. Come As You Are by Emily Nagoski delves into the science behind sexual desire and how it affects our lives. This section will explore the science behind sexual desire and its cultural impact. The science behind it. According to Nagoski, sexual desire is not simply a matter of hormones or biology, but rather a complex interplay of psychological, social, and cultural factors. She argues that sexual desire responds to various stimuli, including physical touch, emotional connection, and environmental cues. Nagoski also notes that sexual desire is not a static or fixed trait, but a dynamic process that various factors, including stress, fatigue, and relationship dynamics, can influence. Recent research has shown that there are several different types of sexual desire, including spontaneous desire, responsive desire, and contextual desire. Spontaneous desire is characterized by a sudden and intense urge to engage in sexual activity. In contrast, responsive desire is triggered by a specific stimulus, such as a partner's touch or a romantic setting. On the other hand, contextual desire is influenced by situational and environmental factors, such as the presence of a partner or the availability of privacy. Cultural impact. Nagoski argues that cultural messages about sex and desire can profoundly impact sexual experiences. She notes that many cultural messages about sex are focused on male pleasure and ignore the complexities of female desire. This can lead to shame, guilt, and inadequacy for women, and a lack of understanding and empathy from their partners. Nagoski also notes that cultural messages about sex can create unrealistic expectations and lead to performance anxiety, further inhibiting sexual desire. For example, the idea that sex should always be spontaneous and passionate can create pressure to perform and lead to feelings of inadequacy if desire does not come naturally. Understanding sexual desire is a complex and multifaceted process influenced by various psychological, social, and cultural factors. By recognizing the different types of sexual desire and the impact of cultural messages, individuals can better understand their desires and improve their sexual experiences. The emotional component. One of the book's key components is the emotional component of women's sexuality. This section will explore the role of stress and the impact of self-image on women's sexuality. Role of stress. Stress can have a significant impact on women's sexuality. When women experience stress, their bodies release cortisol, which can decrease sexual desire. In addition, stress can cause women to feel anxious, which can make it difficult to enjoy sexual experiences. However, stress does not have to affect women's sexuality negatively. Nagoski explains that stress can increase sexual desire if it is managed effectively. For example, if a woman can manage her stress levels and feel more in control of her life, she may experience increased sexual desire. Impact of self-image. The way women view themselves can have a significant impact on their sexuality. Nagoski explains that many women have negative self-images due to harmful cultural messaging that encourages self-criticism and perpetuates unrealistic beauty standards. Women who have negative self-images may struggle with sexual desire and enjoyment. Nagoski suggests that women can improve their self-image by focusing on their strengths and positive qualities. She also encourages women to engage in activities that make them feel good about themselves, such as exercise or spending time with loved ones. The emotional component of women's sexuality is complex and multifaceted. By understanding the role of stress and its impact on self-image, women can take steps to improve their sexual experiences and overall well-being. Practical applications. Self-acceptance tips. One of the main takeaways from Come As You Are is the importance of self-acceptance. The author emphasizes that individuals should learn to accept themselves and their bodies as they are, without trying to conform to society's unrealistic beauty standards. This can be a challenging task, but there are practical steps that individuals can take to improve their self-acceptance. One tip is to practice self-compassion. This involves treating oneself with kindness and understanding rather than harsh criticism. Individuals can also focus on their positive qualities and achievements rather than their perceived flaws. Another tip is to challenge negative self-talk. Individuals can try to identify negative thoughts and replace them with positive affirmations. They can also try to reframe their negative thoughts in a more positive light. Improving relationships. Another practical application of "come as you are" is the importance of communication and connection in relationships. The author emphasizes that individuals should strive for mutual understanding and respect in their relationships rather than trying to conform to traditional gender roles. One tip for improving relationships is to practice active listening. This involves giving full attention to the other person and trying to understand their perspective. Individuals can also try to express their feelings and needs in a clear and assertive manner. Another tip is to prioritize intimacy and connection in relationships. This can involve setting aside time for quality time and being open and honest about one's feelings and desires. Come as you are provides practical advice for improving self-acceptance and relationships. By following these tips, individuals can work towards a healthier and more fulfilling life. Critical analysis. The book Come as You Are by Emily Nagoski provides a new perspective on the science behind women's sexuality. The book has received critical acclaim and praise for its insightful analysis of the female body and mind. However, some critics have raised concerns about the book's approach to sexuality and its potential to reinforce gender stereotypes. One of the book's strengths is its focus on the individual differences in women's sexuality. Nagoski argues that there is no single normal way for women to experience sexual desire and pleasure. Instead, she emphasizes the importance of understanding one's body and mind to enhance sexual experiences. This approach empowers women and challenges the traditional notion of female sexuality as passive and submissive. However, some critics have criticized the book for reinforcing gender stereotypes. They argue that the book's emphasis on emotional intimacy and communication in sexual relationships perpetuates the idea that women are more emotional and communicative than men. This view ignores that men are also capable of emotional intimacy and communication in sexual relationships. Come as You Are is valuable to understanding women's sexuality. The book emphasizes individual differences, and the importance of understanding one's body and mind empowers women. However, it is important to be aware of the potential for the book to reinforce gender stereotypes and to approach its ideas critically. Public reception. Come as You Are has received positive reviews from audiences and critics alike. The film's honest and respectful portrayal of the unmet sexual needs of the disabled community has been praised for avoiding a lens of pity and able-bodied guilt. In his review, Roger Ebert described the movie as a delightful, improved remake of the 2011 Belgian movie Hasta la Vista. He commended the film for engaging with the subject matter with honesty and sensitivity. Emily Nagoski, in her critical summary review, praised the book Come as You Are, the surprising new science that will transform your sex life, on which the movie is based. She highlighted the book's groundbreaking research on female sexuality and its potential to transform our thoughts about sex. The receptionist duties listed on a resume are crucial for securing a receptionist position. A carefully crafted resume that highlights the necessary skills and experience is essential for success in the role. Receptionists are the first point of contact for many internal and external clients, so they must be organized, personable, and proficient in written and verbal communication. Come As You Are has received positive feedback for its respectful portrayal of a marginalized community and honest engagement with the subject matter. The film's reception has been a testament to the power of storytelling in breaking down barriers and promoting understanding and empathy. Conclusion. This book is not just about understanding the intricacies of female desire. It's a celebration of the diverse and beautiful ways in which women experience and express their sexuality. It's a reminder that there's no one-size-fits-all approach, and that's something to embrace with open arms and an open heart. Reading Come As You Are has been a transformative experience for me. It sparked a newfound sense of appreciation for the uniqueness of every woman's journey, and a profound respect for the power of self-acceptance. I've learned that our bodies and desires are wonderfully individual, and that embracing our authentic selves is the key to unlocking a more fulfilling and joyful, intimate life. So, let's celebrate the wisdom within these pages and move forward with a deeper understanding, greater confidence, and a joyful appreciation for the diverse tapestry of female desire.